Good evening, everybody. We are going to present to you today our second case presentation. Our names are Nick, Paul, and Luz, and I will start to tell you a little bit more about last week's lecture, which was about firm competitiveness. So I won't go into too much detail about the lecture, but just to refresh your minds what was discussed so that we can, from there on, discuss it in our case. So there were two classes of theory on how to create competitive advantage, which was market-based, also called outside-in models, and resource-based, also called inside-out models. And then the two main challenges in competitiveness are the HRM challenge. How do we optimize SHRM, the SHRM process? And then the SHRM, that stands for Strategic Human Resource Management. And that is not about the mundane questions in HRM, but more about how the firm can use HRM to attract and retain the best people, so as to provide the firm with a sustainable competitive advantage, as it was said in the lecture. And then there is the cultural problem, that is the question, how do we manage culture? So for our case, we decided to do it on Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola company is a company we're all familiar with, originally called the Coca-Cola Company. As I said, is an American corporation founded in 1892 and today engaged primarily in the manufacture of and sale of syrup and concentrate for Coca-Cola, which is a sweetened carbonated beverage that is now grown into a widely known brand. The inventor of the drink originally used it as a medicine and sold it in a pharmacy. Now it is a multinational beverage corporation, and their headquarters are in Atlanta, Georgia. The Coca-Cola Company has interests in the manufacturing, retailing, and marketing of non-alcoholic beverage concentrates and syrups. The company also produces and sells other soft drinks and citrus beverages. I think we all know a few other brands that are from Coca-Cola. And nowadays, with more than 2,800 products available in more than 200 countries, Coca-Cola is the largest beverage manufacturer and distributor in the world and one of the largest corporations in the United States. Coca-Cola's headquarters, I already mentioned that. As mentioned in the lecture, it is the case for Coca-Cola that research suggests that 2/3 of the total value is due to the value of the brand. And then just some numbers to show how big the company is nowadays. Coca-Cola's revenue was 37,266 million in 2019, and it currently has 68,200 employees. So that's quite a lot. Then, why was Coca-Cola so successful? Well, Nick and Paul will dig deeper into the challenges Coca-Cola had to face and how Coca-Cola dealt with these challenges. But I will point out a few reasons why Coca-Cola was so successful, which my source for this, you can find that in the references. So the first one is that it started with a unique market text tested formula. So it was original, and it was originally also a medicine, so it wasn't really meant to taste that good. The second reason is that its logo uses a timeless font. I think we all know the logo, and it really is a brand on itself, or not the logo, but everybody knows it. And the third reason is that it was distributed in a proprietary bottle. The image of the Coke bottle is used as an icon, just like the logo, as I just mentioned. And then the reason is that it held retailers responsible for maintaining its high standard. So by giving them responsibility, the quality was maintained. Also, it kept its consumer price fixed for 7 years, which might also be a reason why why Coca-Cola was so successful. And it guided word-of-mouth advertising, and in that way it developed a voice. So yeah, word-of-mouth advertising is obviously a very nice way to spread the word about how good your product is. And the last one is that it adopted a franchise model, and because of franchising, this was the beginning of what the company internally calls the Coca-Cola system, a franchise partnership with bottlers that allowed the brand to truly take off. So with franchising, they now have 275 independent bottlers around the world, and by giving all these smaller distributors giving out responsibility, the quality was maintained. So that's another reason for Coca-Cola's success.